Lesson: Risk Identification and Categorization in Data Privacy Audits. Risk identification and categorization in data privacy audits are critical components of effective privacy impact assessments and risk management strategies. As organizations increasingly rely on data-driven operations, the imperative to safeguard personal data is paramount. This lesson delves into the methodologies and tools necessary for data privacy professionals to identify and categorize risks effectively, thereby protecting organizations from potential data breaches and ensuring compliance with data protection regulations. The first step in risk identification is understanding the data lifecycle within the organization. This involves mapping out how data is collected, processed, stored, and shared. By thoroughly understanding the data flows, auditors can identify potential points of vulnerability. For instance, during the data collection phase, risks may arise from inadequate consent mechanisms or excessive data collection. Identifying these risks early allows organizations to implement preventive measures such as enhancing consent frameworks or minimizing data collection to what is strictly necessary. Once data flows are mapped, auditors must employ robust frameworks to systematically identify risks. One effective framework is the NIST Privacy Framework, which provides a structured approach to managing privacy risks. This framework emphasizes understanding the organization's privacy posture and using this understanding to guide risk identification processes. By tailoring the framework to their specific context, organizations can comprehensively identify risks across different stages of the data lifecycle. In addition to frameworks, practical tools such as data inventories and data protection impact assessments are invaluable in risk identification. Data inventories offer a comprehensive view of the data assets within an organization, highlighting areas where personal data is most vulnerable. DPIAs, on the other hand, provide a proactive means of assessing how data processing activities might pose risks to privacy, allowing organizations to mitigate these risks before they materialize. Categorizing identified risks is the next crucial step. This involves assessing the severity and likelihood of each risk, allowing organizations to prioritize their mitigation efforts. A commonly used method for risk categorization is the risk matrix, which plots risks based on their impact and probability. This visual representation aids decision-makers in focusing resources on high-impact, high-probability risks, ensuring efficient use of resources. For instance, consider an organization that identifies a risk of unauthorized access to sensitive customer data. By categorizing this risk as high impact and high probability, the organization can prioritize implementing robust access controls and encryption measures to mitigate it. Conversely, a low-impact, low-probability risk, such as minor data inaccuracies, may be deprioritized, reflecting a strategic allocation of resources. Real-world case studies further illustrate the importance of risk identification and categorization. The Facebook Cambridge Analytica scandal serves as a cautionary tale of inadequate risk identification and management. Facebook failed to identify the risk of third-party data misuse effectively, resulting in significant reputational damage and regulatory scrutiny. This underscores the necessity for organizations to not only identify risks, but also categorize them appropriately to implement timely and effective mitigations. Moreover, statistical insights reveal the consequences of poor risk management. According to IBM's Cost of a Data Breach report, the average cost of a data breach in 2021 was USD 4.24 million, with customer personal data being the most common type of data compromised. These statistics highlight the financial implications of failing to identify and categorize risks effectively, reinforcing the need for meticulous risk management practices. In terms of actionable insights, organizations should foster a culture of continuous monitoring and review. Risk identification and categorization are not one-time activities, but ongoing processes that require regular updates and improvements. By establishing a feedback loop, organizations can learn from past incidents and refine their risk management strategies accordingly. Furthermore, leveraging technology such as artificial intelligence and machine learning can enhance risk identification and categorization efforts. These technologies can analyze vast amounts of data quickly, identifying patterns and anomalies that may indicate potential risks. For instance, machine learning algorithms can detect unusual access patterns, flagging potential unauthorized access attempts and enabling timely interventions. In conclusion, effective risk identification and categorization in data privacy audits are foundational to protecting personal data and ensuring compliance with regulations. By employing structured frameworks, leveraging practical tools, and fostering a culture of continuous improvement, organizations can proactively manage privacy risks. The integration of technology further augments these efforts, allowing organizations to stay ahead of emerging threats. Ultimately, a robust risk management strategy not only safeguards personal data, but also enhances organizational resilience in an increasingly data-driven world.